So if you didn't know, ladies and gents, the Cotton Wool Bud Society has continued. They've changed Roald Dahl's books. They've rewritten them. Sensitivity writers have come in and rewritten Roald Dahl's books from modern take. The stuff that they've rewritten as well is not... it's really tame. It's bizarre, quite frankly. And also, it's just revisionist history. We'll revise it, even though he's a beloved author, beloved, kid storyteller and all this kind of nonsense. People just go, no, reject that. We've got to rewrite it because kids today just cannot handle it. You're like, right, Christ, what is wrong with these kids then? But Ricky Gervais has absolutely destroyed that. And I do like Ricky Gervais. I love the fact that he's just down to earth. Very much like, you are fragile, pathetic, and you are just you're a joke of a person, basically. So we'll take a look at this today. Ricky Gervais pokes fun, fragile, and easily offended people in debate over revising Roald Dahl's classic books. And this is what it comes down to, is that at the end of the day, who cares that you're offended? Genuinely, who cares? People get offended all day, every single day. But people being offended by something has become this, no. You can't be offended. And it's just absurd. It's absolutely absurd. Whatever happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but names can never hurt me? Whatever happened to that? This whole... It's genuine. What it is, it's fragile. It's just bizarre. I don't understand. I don't think I ever will, quite frankly. But yeah, it's funny. So this, he basically was on Twitter. Ricky Gervais has entered the debate surrounding Roald Dahl's books for children, which have been edited to remove words like fat and ugly in their most recent versions. But people are fat and are ugly. People do get fat and people... I don't know what happened there. People do get fat and people, are ugly. That's just the unfortunate nature of life. The sooner you develop a thicker skin on it, the happier you're going to be. Not everyone... there is beauty standards. There are things like attraction. There are just things that are inherent. You can't avoid them. There are immutable characteristics. And also, being fat... Sometimes it's good to be called out for being chunky, because maybe you need that and you'll lose weight. It's not okay. Well, you can be fat all you like if you really want to, but it doesn't stop the fact that it's unhealthy, and people have the right to be like, that's a bit unhealthy, mate. It's... Sometimes people need this kick up the arse. We have never... The thing about this is beauty standards have slipped so much, and offence has become this no-no thing, and we couldn't be more unhealthy. We couldn't be more disgusting, biggest slobs in our history. We're disgusting at this point in time. Fertility's down. That's a direct result of what people are eating as well as their exercise. It's not good. It's not good. Society tends to auto-regulate itself. All this nonsense of, well, I'm this and I'm that and I'm a pan-labyrinth sexual now. If we're allowed, if it was deemed okay by society, just go, shut the fuck up, you're talking absolute bollocks, shut up. Maybe it would keep a lot of these people in check, because society tends to regulate itself. Right? Rather than being applauded for this nonsense and going down a rabbit hole of just being like, well, I'm just anything I want to be now. I can be anything. Yeah, alright. Well, I identify as a fucking Datsun, okay? My pronouns are now Dat Son of a bitch. No, joking. Anyway, so yeah, whatever. He was very funny. Ricky Gervais jumped on Twitter to muse on how he should change his own routines for the benefit of the fragile and easily offended. In an expletive-laden post, he wrote, "This is me pondering whether they'll change any of the words I've used in my work after I'm dead, to spare those who are fragile and easily offended. Words like fat and ugly and cunt and fuck and fat, ugly, greedy, pathetic, little, stupid, effing... Anyway, stuff like that. One Twitter follower replied that Gervais' sketches aren't aimed at children, claimed it can be hard to explain hurtful words to children. No, it's also okay just to be like, look, little Timmy, You know, people get fat. You know, fat's actually not really that good. It's not really that good for the body, and you should probably strive for, you know, some form of fitness in your life. But that's okay as well. If you don't have the strength of conviction, the mental fortitude to tell your child that, you know, fat isn't particularly great, or maybe you're just fat, right? Or, you know, people just ugly, and again, that's the unfortunate nature. If you don't have that, you shouldn't be a parent. This is part of parenting. For goodness sake. Since when did we let books and, you know, TV shows parent our children? Like, it's, you can chime in. And he was like, yeah, I know, it was a joke. Like, yeah, of course it was. In another tweet, he shared a picture of himself pulling an unflattering face and revealing his belly as he wrote, I've changed my mind. I think we should ban the words like fat and ugly. No reason. Obviously, because he's like, well, you know, I'm fat and ugly. You're like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. You know, you have to have a thick skin in life. Gervais' comments follow a week of furious debate after Roald Dahl's classic books, including Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, were known to be amended for the children's audience of 2023. Augustus Gloop will no longer be fat, but enormous. I mean, that's not better. Yo, man, you're enormous. That's not better. Oh, goodness me. And Oompa Loompas will be gender neutral. Why? What are you doing? It's so bizarre. Anyway, on Friday, the publishers Puffin announced the release of the Roald Dahl Classic Collection to keep the author's classic texts in print, claiming they had listened to the debate. What debate? oh, sorry. So they're keeping the normal ones in print. Yeah, good. Fuck the sensitive people. The commentary in British press has been widespread, with even Queen Camilla speaking on the subject at a reception for writers on Thursday, making her opinion clearly felt. She told her audience, please remain true to your calling, unimpeded by those who may wish to curb the freedom of your expression or impose limits on your imagination. Good. Enough said. Yeah, quite right. I mean, I don't give a crap about Camilla, but quite right. Absolutely quite right. I do like this. I like it when people just chime in and go, no. Like, I did a video just now on Ben Stiller, and he's just like, no, I'm not going to apologise for Tropic Thunder. I'm proud of that. Shut up. Good. More of this, please. More of people just going, no. We saw the effects of Hogwarts Legacy. People wanted it boycott. Everyone just said no, and they made bank. It's the same thing here. Just say no. These people are a minority. They're just loud, and they stamp their feet like children because, funnily enough, they've never had to grow up, so they genuinely do have the mental fortitude of children. This is half the problem. Bizarre.